radio, and he made the declaration, but he inserted without conscription. But the Japanese didn't understand that word. So after he spoke, he ordered the head of the Presidential Guards, close all the gates the next day, close all the gates, block the gates with all our vehicles. True enough, the generals came and wanted to see the president, but they would not be allowed. So they came back with a friend. You mentioned Consul Kihara. He was assigned in Davao, and he became a friend of the president before the war. So let him in. In other words, he was being forced with the generals to withdraw the statement of without conscription. So my grandfather told him in Tagalog, kami sa Batangas, pag nailura mo na, hindi na namin hihigupin yan. In English, if you spit out your saliva, we will not gather it back again. So he refused. That was one incident. Now, somebody mentioned about the assassination attempt in Wakwa. Okay. He was hospitalized with PGH. And the Kempeitais, the Japanese soldiers, would bring suspects for identification. And all of those guys who came in, my grandfather said no. But the last one who was brought to him, he hesitated a long time. So my grandmother asked him, why did it take you too long to say that he's not the fellow? And the answer of the old man was, because he was the fellow. Oh, but why did you tell the Japanese soldiers? Because there are so many Filipinos who have already been killed during the war. He would just kill this fellow. Or they would just kill this fellow. So that's fine. Then he was arrested in Nara Hotel. Nara Hotel, they had an American officer who was a graduate of Yale. And I think the old man also graduated from Yale. And this fellow says, just, to be nice to the former president. Oh, from one Yale man to another. There was a good incident that happened. We are also after another Jose Laurel. That is, there are two, because my father, after lending me to my grandfather, decided to withdraw me to take care of my mother and my siblings and myself. So he went with Lolo to Japan. And there were three Joses. Jose Laurel, the president, senior. Jose B. Laurel, my late father. Jose S. Laurel, my uncle Pepe, who was also with them. So there is another Jose Laurel. And both Jose said, that's me. No, we're only after one Jose. And the two brothers were trying to be the one, no? But he was an officer who he graduated from the Japanese Military Academy. Well, you're the one. That's another incident. Okay, going back to the assassin. The assassin was called Little Joe. He was a 6-footer. So finally, when my grandfather was brought to the Philippines to be incarcerated in Bayleaf prison, the fellow was there and knelt before President Laurel, crying and saying, thank you for saving my life. And then when President Laurel ran for president, he volunteered to be his bodyguard. This is something that I have not read from any book, and I thought I would share it with you. Thank you.